weeks ago, you said it was all surreal. You were still kind of trying to take it all in. What is the feeling now?
Still surreal. I just I can't believe that I'm in this position right now, and I did the things that I did tonight, and I would like to thank God first and foremost for blessing not only myself but everybody in the organization to be in the position that we're in, to get the win and to move on to Miami. My home state, and I can't believe it that I'm still being able to play, you know, at my home state. This is so surreal right now.
You started your career bouncing around a lot of teams. And when you look back at these last few years since you left Purdue, what pops into your head now that you're at this moment?
I did have a lot of doubters and naysayers, and and now I get to actually tell them, hey, look where I'm at now. I never gave up on my dream. I never gave up on the opportunities when it presented itself, and I always worked hard, no matter what. And yeah, it's crazy that I've been on 7 different teams. I actually still have, the cut dates, and I look at that every before every game. I look at the cut dates when I got cut. Um, you know, been on, like I said, been on 7 different teams, and the journey has been crazy. Not everybody can deal with that type of stress and pain and agony that I went through. But like I said, I kept the faith in not only myself, but whoever gave me the opportunity, and this organization has done a great job with that.
We talk a lot about your speed, obviously. But can you just describe the vision that you see on the field, where you see these lanes that really help you out?
This scheme that we run, the outside zone and inside zone, it's been working for years. Even back when Mike Shanahan was the head coach in Denver, and even in Washington, it's still, the philosophy is still, transpires into what we run today. And you have to have vision in order to read the holes and read the gaps, and I worked on it. Coming in, I didn't really run the offense like that. Coming out of college, I was running more of the shotgun, runs and sweeps and all that type of stuff, and that's what I was basically known for. And especially with my speed, it's a little bit easier. But having to transition into, gap scheme and reading holes one at a time, it took a little bit while to work out, but it pays off once you get to it.
Did you know that you were getting close to Eric Dickerson's playoff record for a single game?
No, I did not actually, and truthfully, for you to even say that right now is like, I'm still shocked. Like, I can't believe that Eric Dickerson is the ultimate, running back, and it's a guy that I look up to. Even all the other running backs, even with Frank Gore, to even be mentioned, with somebody like Eric Dickerson, that's unbelievable.
You went up to
review your stats at any point? Did you have any idea how many yards you had? Did you ever look up and say, wow?
I looked up here and there, but it was one of those things where, my main focus was to finish the game, and help my teammates out as best as I can, especially in that 3-minute situation. I missed a bad read on one of the plays, and I know I'm gonna have to look at that tomorrow and correct it. But yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know. I just got to work on it.
when Tevin Coleman was being carted off the field, you stopped by the cart and had an exchange. What did you say to him, and what did he say back?
What I said to him was, we're brothers, and I'm gonna have your back no matter what. We all gonna have your back, especially in the running back room, because, like I said, we're brothers. It goes way more than what people see. It's not okay, him versus me versus Matt versus Jeff. We're all together. We're all in this together, and that's what I wanted to let him know. Hey, look, I got your back. IGYB. That's our motto in the room. And he looked at me and said, "I know you do." And then they took him off, and like I said, when I scored that following play, I threw up the 2-6 for him, because I wanted him to know that, hey, I told you I got your back no matter what, and I know he has my back and all that.
I believe you were 3 teams, quick in the preseason. you never got discouraged to the point saying, I can't make it, or just kept coming back?
I was a little discouraged 2015 at the end of that year. I was with the Browns. My wife, she's from Cleveland, so you know, we thought that we had something in the bag, you know, me making the roster, and then coming into, you know, training camp, preseason. I had a little bit of an injury, so I missed the last preseason game that year, and yeah, I thought I was on the roster. I made the roster, the 53-man roster, and then celebrated with my family, and then the next day I got cut, and so having me, you know, go through that, it just made me, you know, stronger. I got immune to, you know, being cut, and I just wanted, you know, I wanted to show the world what I can do. And you know, honestly, it was just one of those things where I really had a talk with my wife, and I was just saying, you know, what do you think? What do you think should happen? You know, after that cut, and she basically said, hey, if you love your job, if you love this sport, you would do anything for it, and if you love what you do, you would do anything for it. And that was my philosophy from here on out.
When Kyle and John came in 2016, they held over a lot of guys, but they were highly drafted guys. Do you remember the first conversation you had with Kyle and or John when they came in here, and what led to you sticking around?
Yeah, you know, they basically told me that, hey, look, you know, you know how it goes. Just everybody's gonna clean house, have their own guys come in and stuff like that. And they talked to me and they basically said, hey, look, we believe in you. You know, we're gonna give you an opportunity, but it's up to you how you want to spend, you know, that opportunity. And I took that to heart, you know, because like I said, I was already on 6 different teams, and it was one of those things where I was just like, hey, look, if they believe in me like they say they do, and I know they're a man of their word, and I all I gotta do is just show up and show out, and that's what I was able to do. And you know, here I am today on this podium. You know, just won the NFC Championship, and I did what I did out there. You know, like I said, I got to thank them first and foremost for allowing me to be in the position I am in right now.
When was the last time you ran for 220 and 4 TDs?
Last time was about like what, 30 minutes ago. Yeah, so nah, never. Honestly, you know, high school. Nah, I didn't even get it in high school like that. Yeah. I was a receiver and coming out, and I made that transition to running back my junior year of college. So after that, honestly, maybe against Illinois, I want to say 2014, had 115 rushes on like 6 carries, something like that, and 2 touchdowns. So that was probably like my biggest game.
Raheem, when you came here, even when you found a team that, as you said, believed in you, were there times early on here when you thought, I'm a good special teams player, that's maybe my role in the NFL, and that's what I'll be?
Yeah, you know, even back in college, you know, I was my freshman year. I came in and I led the nation in kickoff return average, and you know, it was one of those things where I knew I had a knack for special teams, and yeah, I knew that if I was going to make it in this league, I'd have to, you know, take care of special teams. And every coach, I still talk to coaches that, you know, are on opposing teams, and they tell me, hey, look, man, you know, I'm sorry what happened to you. You know, sorry, it goes a long way with me, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I'm in this position for you, like for a reason, because of you. And for you believing in me, and ultimately, you know, me believing in myself. And yeah, I knew I had to come in as special teams once, you know, John and Kyle got hired. I knew that I had to, you know, play a role and you know, contribute on teams in order to make the roster. And it didn't stop there for me. I wanted more.
All right.
Thank you, guys.